You don't want love, you want recognition. You clicked on this video because something inside you knows love doesn't feel like it's supposed to. It's confusing. It's painful. It always slips away when you start to believe it might be real. But what if the problem isn't love? What if the problem is what you've been taught to expect from it? Because deep down, you don't want someone to kiss you in the rain or text you good morning. You want someone to look you in the eyes and say, "I see the part of you that's terrified, and I'm not going anywhere." That's not romance. That's recognition. And most of us have never had it. So we search, and we chase. We dress ourselves up in masks we hope someone will fall for. And when they do, we pretend that's love. But if they fall for the mask, not the real you, what exactly are they loving? They're not loving you. They're loving the version you gave them permission to see. And so the cycle begins. You fall in love with people who reflect what you want to believe about yourself. You get high off the idea that maybe you're finally lovable. But deep down, it feels hollow. Because a part of you knows, this isn't love. This is projection. You're not building connection. You're outsourcing self-worth. And it never works. Because no one can truly love you until you do. And most of us don't. Not really. We love the curated self, the performance, the potential, but not the parts we buried, not the chaos, not the fear, not the anger. So when someone says, "I love you," you don't believe them, not because they're lying, but because it hits a place in you that still feels unlovable. And that's the root of it. We say we want love, but what we really want is someone to rewrite the story we've been telling ourselves, that we're not enough, that we're too much, that we're unworthy. And the cruelest part is, even when love shows up, we sabotage it. We test it. We doubt it. Because we've been hurt before. Because love has never felt safe. But maybe that's because real love was never supposed to feel safe. Real love isn't gentle reassurance. It's fire. It's pressure. It's surrender. Real love doesn't ask, "Will you stay the same for me?" It asks, "Will you become more of who you are, even if it scares us both?" And most people don't want that. They want control. They want predictability. They want to be adored without being exposed. But love doesn't work like that. Love will expose you. It will surface every lie you've told yourself, every wound you've ignored, every fear you've buried. And in that way, love is not comfort. It's confrontation. It doesn't complete you. It calls you out. Because love isn't about possession. It's about permission. To be seen. To be known. To be broken. And still worthy. So if love hasn't found you yet, maybe it has. Maybe it's waiting in the mirror. Maybe it's waiting for you to stop chasing and start returning to yourself, because that's where it starts. Not in their eyes, not in their hands, but in your own. The way you hold yourself when no one is looking. The way you speak to your reflection. The way you allow your inner world to be messy and still call it home. You don't need perfect love. You need honest love. And that begins with you. You don't want love. You want recognition. And the first person who has to give it is you. But there's more. You think you're waiting for someone to choose you, to say, "You're the one." But what if it's the other way around? What if love is waiting for you to choose yourself, to choose your flaws, to choose your voice, to choose your pace? Because if you can't sit with your own pain, anyone who tries to love you will just scare you. Because they'll see it too. They'll mirror it, and you'll want to run. That's why love feels unsafe. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's honest. And honesty is terrifying when you've spent your whole life trying to be acceptable. But here's the truth. You will never feel fully loved until you are fully honest. Not polished, not filtered, not performative. Honest. And that means being willing to let love hurt you. Not abuse you, but stretch you. Break down what's false. Burn away what's not you. Because the real you is still in there. Still soft, still scared, still waiting. And it's that version of you that needs love the most. Not your resume, not your body, not your status, but the small, trembling self inside who just wants to be seen without being judged. Can you love that self? Can you forgive the part of you that made bad choices just to feel wanted? Every person who tries to love you will feel like a threat. And every time someone says they care, you'll brace for the moment they stop. But that's not love. That's anticipation of abandonment. And until you heal that, love will always feel like a countdown. So pause, breathe. Remember, you are not unlovable. You are just waiting for someone to validate your inner war, but that someone might have to be you. So stop looking for rescue. Start learning to receive, not validation, not performance-based praise, but love, raw, real, unfiltered, because that's the only kind that lasts. That's the only kind that matters. And that's the kind you are always worthy of. You don't want love. You want recognition. And you were never invisible to the parts of you that matter most. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe.